The first head of house for the season is Adekunle.
Yes!
Big Brother has a secret for you.
See, you guys, when this actually, this specific person just told me now that people are talking about us being in here.
Yes!
The reason actually,
And speaking of luck,
Wow!
Shay,
Yes, Big Brother.
better luck next time.
No way!
Woo! Okay. What a day. What a day. Ladies and gentlemen, for a first day of the season, oh my God, today has been quite eventful and I've loved every single bit of it. I mean, today has not been so bad for a first day of the Bbnaija All-Stars season. Yes, I'm quite impressed with every single thing that has been happening. These housemates, they've been spilling a lot. They've been spilling a lot, and I'm going to tell you all about it, but it's not going to be on this video. I've actually shared some of it on a previous video I did. If you missed out on that video, please make sure you watch it after watching this one, all right? I'm going to be dropping another video on some of the spillage that your favorite superstars have been opening their mouth to spill. Guys, it's no jokes. It's currently breaking the internet. I'm going to be digging deeper into it and dissecting that information, to give more clarity to what have been said. But on the flip side, on this video, we're going to be looking at how the head of house games panned out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the most tedious, one of the most confusing, one of the most draggy head of house challenge I've ever witnessed in the history of Bbnaija, because these housemates literally made a mess of it all. See, I cannot wait to spill the tea about that one. All right, we're going to get into it. And aside that, the black envelope challenge actually kickstarted today. Yes, and of course, I'm sure by now you've heard that Mercy Eke, winner of the Bbnaija Pepper Gang season, emerged the first black envelope challenge winner of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, that is huge. And aside that, Adekunle also emerged the first head of house of the Bbnaija All-Stars season, and that title came with some very juicy perks. And then aside that, there was also the first nomination of the season that came with some twist. Yes, guys, see, you know what? Yeah, there's a lot, but I'm going to try as much as possible to compress all of that information on this video. I'm going to try as much as possible to keep it short and simple. So please, I'm urging you all to make sure you watch to the end of this video. Do not skip out on any part so that you do not miss out on the juicy tea. And you all especially welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija, and I am the girl with the tea. To those of you that are newly subscribed to this channel, you're especially welcome. Family hugs for all of you. Thank you so much for joining the tribe. For those of you that are yet to subscribe, it's quite easy. Please do not hesitate to do exactly what you see on your screen. All right, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on post notifications so that you'll be able to receive alerts for my videos whenever I upload a new one. Now, quickly, let's get into the details of this conversation. Beginning with the first head of house challenge of the season, Big Brother tagged this one the memory challenge. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the instructions that came with this particular game was kind of chaotic for the housemates. Now, some of them got it right at the first instance, then others like Uriel and Kidwaya literally messed it all up. Guys, even Venita messed it all up. Guys, in fact, a lot of the housemates actually messed it all up. It's only a few of them that actually got it right. Yes, and people that had to give them, their flowers, had to give them accolades for a job well done, although there could only emerge one head of house, at the end of it all. Now, the instructions for the challenge was that there were 20 tables with items placed on those tables with boxes covering those items. Now, it turns out that there were actually 10 items in total, but actually duplicated right on each of the tables, right, making it 20 in total. And then there was a box with envelopes with pictures of those items that were placed on the table. So according to Big Brother, In 60 seconds, the housemates were to familiarize themselves with the items on the table by going through all of it all, opening the boxes, looking at the pictures or the items rather, and then storing the images in their minds, right? And then after 60 seconds, a song will play. They will have to dance for, I think, another 60 seconds, yes. And afterwards, Big Brother will then require them to pick an envelope from the box, go through the picture, and then in 5 minutes, via multiple trials, yeah, they were to open, or let's say locate, the boxes that actually contained the items reflected in the images that they had, and then leave it open. Now that was the instruction. Ladies and gentlemen, biggest kids, your faves, your favorite superstars were literally running around the arena like headless chickens. Now, when the game even started, the likes of Uriel, the likes of Kid Wire, these people were literally dancing to the point that they actually forgot the items that they saw on the table. So some of them actually coded that, okay, that music that was played for them to dance was just a ploy by Big Brother to make them forget the items they actually saw on the table. Decided not to overdance too much, but there were other ones that danced and danced and danced, and at the end of it all, they forgot the images that they had actually seen. But then I was quite impressed with the likes of Adekunle, Pere. There was also Cross. Guys, Cross of all people actually got it in one swoop, guys. I was so impressed, yes. But at the end of it all, after everything, yeah, Adekunle emerged the first head of house of the Bbnaija All-Stars season. I mean, Adekunle's reaction was quite epic. Dude did not see it coming. He did not even think that he was going to emerge the first head of house of the season, yes. But then, since we're already talking about the head of house games, the winner and all, let's talk about the perks that came with that title. So as usual, it came with the immunity for the week, yes, courtesy of Big Brother. Now, aside that, there was not only the head of house badge that was available, yes, for the housemates, there was also badges for BFFs. Now, we know that normally Big Brother would instruct the head of house to invite maybe 1 or 2 guests that would come visit him or her, you know, for the entire week of his or her duration of staying in the head of house lounge. But this time around, it's gonna be a friendship affair for Big Brother, yeah. So there were 4 other badges tagged BFFs badges, or just BFFs, right? So according to Big Brother, Adekunle was to go ahead and pick 4 housemates that would, you know, share the, you know, the luxury of the head of house lounge. And guys, oh my god, the head of house lounge is like a mini apartment of its own inside Big Brother's mansion. I mean, it literally has its own kitchen, it's got its own toilet, it's got its own gym. Oh my god, guys, I don't even know what to say. Listen, kudos to the organizers of the show this season. These people literally went all out, and I just can't help but give them their flowers. It was just beautiful to see. It was beautiful to see. Unlike Level Up season, where the head of house lounge, the head of house room was just the bedroom that was close to the closet area. That's the dressing area of the mansion, and people could literally hear what was going on in the head of house room and vice versa. So there was no major privacy. But this time around, guys, it's actually major, and I loved it. I loved the step up, the level up. Yes, literally was just worth it. And so quite unexpectedly, Adekunle went ahead to pick Cross, Soma, Shay and Fraud. Now, speaking of Shay and Fraud, there was a reason Adekunle had actually chosen both of them to be a part of his BFF selection. Both of them had actually had a bit of a quarrel earlier, which is related to the black envelope challenge. We're going to talk about that in a bit. So for Adekunle, you just wanted both of them to have that space where they can reconcile and, you know, talk over their differences and reignite their bromance, you know, because they are both from the Pepper Them Gang season. So Adekunle felt like, okay, it would be right for him to give them that privacy, you know, in the whole house, so that they can talk over their differences. And I felt like that made a lot of sense. But the likes of Mercy Eke felt like Adekunle was unfair to the women, because of course he had gone ahead to choose 4 guys without picking any female at all. And guys, I'm gonna be frank with you all, I just felt like Mercy's rantings did not really make sense at that point in time, because for me, at the end of the day, when these housemates are competing for their money, nobody is even taking into considerations the gender of their opponent. Yes, everybody is an equal contender in everybody's eyes. So when she was, nagging about it all, I was just looking at this girl and I'm like, Mercy, okay, you've not changed. During the Pepperdam Gang season, Mercy became this very, very spiteful individual that was never happy. Okay, the right word is actually a sore loser, right? That was never happy when any other person won something. She would always complain and complain about how unfair it was that that person actually won whenever she did not win. So she was bringing on that energy again tonight, and I'm like, Mercy, calm down. Calm down. This is actually beneath you. It's actually beneath you that you want to now turn this into a gender conversation. Remember, the tags said BFFs. It did not say, oh, the other of us must specifically choose a male or female BFF. So, Mercy, rest on this one. In the midst of all of that excitement, there was something I actually saw in Adekunle's selection of his BFFs. I saw a very, very strategic selection. Now, I don't know how many of you are aware that of all the 20 housemates that Big Brother selected from different seasons, he actually selected some of the strongest contenders in the game. People that actually had content, people that actually had a certain vibe to them, people that actually had a certain spice, a certain attraction to the viewers. And so, Adekunle going all out to pick Fraud and Shay from the Pepperdam Gang season, guys, for me, I felt like that was highly strategic, because those people were actually very, very strong contenders in their season. They actually made it to the finals. Now, Soma, of course, did not make it to the finals during the Sigobe season, but for now, it's just Soma and Uriel from the Sigobe season. So it made a lot of sense that Adekunle would pick one of them, to be his BFF for the week. And then Adekunle also picking Cross from the Shine Your Eye season. I felt like that was a lot of wisdom playing out there, right there. Because he must have seen that Cross is a free-spirited person. Cross can literally spill everything you want to know about anything and everything. Other than the likes of White Money and Pere, who are kind of lip tight, yes, about their personal affairs or any other thing. You have to try to peel off the layers upon layers upon layers that they have, covering their identity before you even get to find out anything about them. So I felt like Adekunle's selection was quite, intelligent and very, very strategic. And I'm hoping that in this 1 week that they are going to spend together, getting to know each other, that Adekunle will be able to gather as much information that he needs to enhance his game. Moving on to the Black Envelope Challenge. Guys, that challenge was quite interesting because something very, I think, almost shocking happened. Big Brother actually went on savage mode on all the housemates, but especially Fraud. Guys, it was so hilarious. It was so hilarious. Now, first of all, the rules of the game. Now, I think on one of those occasions when Big Brother had sent the housemates to the garden, ninjas or whoever had actually come into the house to hide, 2 black envelopes somewhere around the house. And so Big Brother had instructed the housemate to know that at the sound of a particular horn, they should go ahead and search the entire perimeter of the house, with the exception of the diary room, of course, and the arena. That they should go ahead and search for those envelopes. Yes, that no housemate was entitled to having 2 copies of the black envelope. Now, these housemates thought that there were going to be multiple envelopes in the house, only for them to search, and guess what? Mercy Eke turned out to be the first person that found the first envelope. And then unexpectedly, the second envelope became a problem between Shay and Fraud. So it turned out that the second envelope was hidden behind the head of house throne, yes, and Shay had actually gotten there first. And yes, Fraud was already searching that perimeter, but he did not see the envelope. It was when Shay sighted it from afar and had run to where he was to go and get a hold of the envelope. That was when Fraud dragged it from Shay. Now, they were kind of, dragging the envelope, but then Shay had to leave it to Fraud. And Fraud was like, oh yes, they are playing a game. There's nothing you can do about it, because Big Brother had actually announced that the envelope contained immunity for whoever found it. Yes. So that was the problem at that point in time. Shay was really paid. And guys, you could tell that that was the birth of animosity between those two people. Even when Big Brother tried to interfere in the matter, Big Brother had even given them the leeway to settle the issue amicably. Fraud was still insistent that he had the black envelope. But then guess what? Big Brother instructed Mercy to read the content of her own envelope. She read it, and lo and behold, she had immunity. But then when Fraud read his, it said, sorry, try again later. And guess what? Big Brother had actually referred to Fraud as the wielder of the envelope, meaning the person holding, carrying the envelope. In other words, Big Brother did not recognize Cross as the person that originally found that particular envelope. But then he had actually referred the message to Shay saying, sorry, Shay, try again next time. Ladies and gentlemen, it was so shocking. Cross almost gagged. Guys, I literally screamed over it. I'm like, what? Because I'm like, wait, hold up a second. So that envelope was actually empty without immunity, and these people were actually fighting over it. And guys, Shay was having a good laugh. Listen, the internet went on fire because a lot of people were like, oh no, this is the first type of karma that was actually very, very hasty to come and punish somebody, guys. And that was nothing but the truth. Oh my God. At that point in time, oh my God, the shame that was written all over Fraud's face. In fact, the housemates were having a good laugh because everybody saw clearly that Shay was the one that first found that envelope, but Fraud wanted to bully him into, getting a hold of the envelope, but then he did not favor either of them at the end of the day. Courtesy of Bbnaija, that issue would have escalated. That would have been the first fight of the season from our Pepper Them Gang housemates. And guys, personally, I would have had a good laugh because these people were actually, in a way, conspiring this morning. They were talking about, forming a Pepper Them Gang alliance. And I'm like, okay, we shall see how that goes. When 120 million naira is at stake, we'll see how that goes. So the whole thing would have really escalated because Bbnaija kept on instigating shit because, of course, Bbnaija is friends with both Shay and Fraud, but in that matter, she was obviously taking Shay's side. So Fraud was not finding it funny at all. So she kept on talking and talking and talking, and Shay kept on laughing. That is annoying laughter. The whole thing was going to cause problem, but then Fraud, decided to respect himself as a married man and somebody's daddy, not to talk too much about it. And then they had actually squashed their differences much later, and everybody was fine and everybody was well and good. Quickly moving on to the live nominations. The live nominations was a bit different, but not really or totally different from what we usually or normally have every first week of every season of Big Brother Naija. So unlike the usual, nominate 2 housemates for eviction, right, or for nomination or possible eviction, Big Brother had actually instructed the housemate to nominate 1 housemate each. And so this was how your superstars nominated. So Neo nominated White Money, Angel nominated Shay, Pere nominated Princess. Princess nominated Bbnaija. Now guys, there's a story behind all of these nominations and I'm going to spill much later, but let's finish with how the housemates nominated. White Money nominated Bbnaija. Bbnaija nominated Tolani Badge. Shay nominated Princess. Mercy nominated Pere. Cross nominated Doyin. Tolani Badge nominated Bbnaija. Ike nominated Soma. Although he was actually apologizing that, oh, Soma, I love you, bro, but I have to nominate someone. And I'm like, bro, you're not sorry because you people are actually 20 in that house. So there are actually 18 other people you would have nominated if you really loved Soma. So cut out the bullshit. We don't want anybody forming an apology during nominations. Just get straight to the point and get it over and done with. So Doyin nominated Bbnaija. Soma nominated Bbnaija. Alex nominated Ike, Bbnaija nominated Bbnaija, Kidwaya nominated Bbnaija, Uriel nominated Doyin, Fraud nominated Princess, CC nominated Shay, whilst Adekunle nominated Princess. Now guys, let's break it down briefly. Before the nomination process started, remember Big Brother had given the housemates a new rule that they are now free to discuss their nominations, who they want to nominate, why they are nominating that person, right, and how they nominated. And so there was the birth of a conspiracy group in the house. I'm talking about Kidwaya, Tolani Badge, Doyin, Princess, Bbnaija joined at some point. Who else did we have? Yes, I think those were the housemates that we actually had. Yes, so these people actually formed some sort of alliance. Oh, Angel as well, because Angel was one of the spearheaders of that group. So they formed this group, and then they were having serious deliberations on the strongest contenders in the game that they should nominate for eviction this week. And so Angel, Doyin, Tolani Badge, in fact even Kidwaya, they were quite insistent that they should nominate Bbnaija and Sheyi, yes, for nomination for possible eviction. Now they were very, very sure that those two people are more like the strongest people in the house. Mercy Eke would have also been chosen, but she already has immunity, so she's untouchable this week. So they concluded that we're going to nominate those people if Biggie required them to nominate 2 housemates. So according to their calculation, because they are 6 or 7 in number, if they were to nominate those people at least 6 times, then it meant that by fire by force, those people will be up for eviction this week. But then in the course of their deliberations, they noticed that Bbnaija was quiet. Bbnaija was not saying anything. She was just literally quiet and observant of everything. And Princess said it, that she wasn't comfortable with the fact that Bbnaija was actually quiet, that why wasn't Bbnaija contributing to the conversations. Even Angel, you know, and Tolani Badge, they were like, oh, you have to talk, you cannot be here without talking. And she said, oh, that she's listening, she wants to learn how they are doing this thing. She was just basically playing the Gen Z card. And then lo and behold, when the nomination started and Bbnaija was called into the diary room, ladies and gentlemen, Bbnaija nominated Tolani Badge instead of sticking to what they actually agreed on, you know, that they should nominate Bbnaija and Sheyi. And frankly speaking, Bbnaija's choice gave me so much joy, because at that point in time, I saw so much growth in this young woman. I saw someone that had a mind of her own. Someone that did not come to this house to come and kiss us. Someone that did not come to this house to come and answer yes, my yes, sir, because she's 22 years old or because she's Gen Z to anybody. Someone that came to play the game and to play it smartly and strategically. And guys, I was just super excited because the other people in that group, they were going ahead to nominate Bbnaija, you know, and Angel actually really pissed me off because she was trying to be all dramatic in the diary room. Big Brother instructed her to nominate. Now, I understood she was trying to, you know, choose between either Bbnaija or Sheyi, but she was being overly dramatic about it. And I'm like, girl, just open your mouth and call a name. Why are you being overly dramatic? So the nomination process kind of gave me joy, you know, courtesy of what's her name, Bbnaija, and even this person, Kidwaya, also shocked me as well. Kidwaya went ahead to nominate Bbnaija, breaking away from the pact that he and his gang of conspirators had actually made, you know, about nominating either Bbnaija and Sheyi. And guys, I'm like, okay, but this is the same Kidwaya that spent yesterday, you know, praising Bbnaija about her vibe, talking about, oh, I like your vibes, I like how you are, and I'm like, Kidwaya, your head is now in the game. Your head is now properly in the game, because guys, during the during the lockdown season, Kidwaya was not that one person that was even bothered about how people nominated for him. He just wanted to live in that house, continue shagging Erica, and have as much fun as he could have. But now it seems like this guy really has his head in the game, and so his nomination also impressed me. Yeah, because I saw that, okay, this guy was not actually nominating with sentiments. This guy meant business. So at the end of it all, the housemates that had the highest number of nominations were Sheyi, Princess, Bbnaija, Bbnaija, and Doyin. But then Big Brother had actually given Adekunle a nomination edge, you know, by virtue of the fact that he is the head of house for the week. Big Brother had gone ahead to tell him the usual thing that we already know, that there would be no evictions this week for any of the housemates, right? So it was just like a prank to keep the housemates on edge, yes. And then Big Brother even extended the prank to the lounge when he had gone ahead to announce to Adekunle's, in quotes, besties for the week that Adekunle's immunity as head of house has actually extended by grace to all of them, that all of them were also immune from evictions this week. Guys, the way these people were excited. I felt like going in through my TV into the house to tell them it's all a bloody lie. Because these people were so genuinely excited. And guys, it was making me happy as well, you know, at the whole prank and the whole twist and everything. But I just cannot wait to see their reaction on Sunday when they find out that it was just all a joke. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to end this video. I know that it's quite lengthy, but I just said, nah, I cannot allow today end without filling you guys on all the juicy tea of things that happened in Big Brother's house today, all right? So just go ahead, let me know your thoughts about everything that we've talked about, and I'll see you guys on another video, filling you in on some of the crazy defaming gossips that were spread in Big Brother's house today. Have an amazing night's rest. Bye.